U.S. submarine brazenly surfaces in Russian waters. Russia responds quickly. At a critical moment, a Russian destroyer unexpectedly helped a U.S. submarine from all attacks. It turns out that just a few hours ago, two U.S. and Russian submarines were attacked at the same location, at the same time. But during the investigation, it was discovered that the Russian submarine was blown up from the inside. When the Pentagon received the news, they couldn't figure out what Russia was up to, so they deployed the Marines go to the Russian Navy base for reconnaissance. They found that the Russian Navy was loading heavy weapons onto a destroyer, and that the Russian president and the defense minister, Durov, were both present. Durov suddenly shot and killed the personal bodyguard of the Russian president. It turned out that all of this was a plot by Durov. He intentionally destroyed a Russian submarine, then sink the American submarine, in order to start a war between the United States and Russia. Now the United States finally understands what's going on. But what can be done to stop this war? Some people have suggested that immediately dispatch an aircraft carrier battle group to counterattack. But this is exactly what Durov wanted. The Russian constitution states that if the president is unwell during the war, all matters are fully handled by the Minister of National Defense. And just when everyone was at a loss, the Admiral of the Navy came up with the idea of sending a commando team to rescue the Russian president, and then sending the Arkansas to pick him up. Just send the Russian president back to Moscow. We can stop this war. But the Arkansas would have to cross the Murmansk Bay to get to the naval base. And this is a strategic place for Russia to get to the bottom of the sea. And it's full of sonar equipment and mines. It is impossible to cross the bay quietly. At that moment, Jack thought of the rescued Russian captain and asked him to help, but the captain refused.
I do not cooperate with enemy. I am not traitor.
However, when Jack showed him the news that the Russian president was being held captive by the defense minister, and the photos of the wreckage of the submarine, the captain changed his mind. He thought that the submarine was sunk by the Americans, but he didn't think that the submarine was sunk by his own people. Under the captain's command, the Arkansas made it across the Murmansk Bay. Jack immediately dispatched a rescue boat to meet him. At the same time, a commando team launched a rescue mission for the Russian president.